The uprise of new methods combining the use of essential oils with massage, chakra therapy, auric cleansing, visualization, meditation, and other natural approaches to healing, self-healing, and self-development is a timely development. Of course, the physical properties of essential oils have been well studied over the past few decades, but mostly with the goal to define their olfactive impact in the area of perfumery and flavoring. A more systematic understanding of the therapeutic values of essential oils and also of the subtler impact of aromatic molecules is coming up now. And with it we gain more and more precious tools for their application in the field of energy medicine. Substantial knowledge for the new cooperation of healers and patients is thus made available to dig deeper into the finer understanding of health, of prevention, and of self-care. This corresponds to the shift in modern awareness from the merely matter and symptom-orientated understanding of modern medicine, with its synthetic drugs, towards a more psychosomatic and nature-based holistic medicine, which takes into account the mind-body unity, and which favors natural drugs mostly derived from medicinal plants. Aromatherapy, energy medicine, vibrational healing, subtle body therapies, chakra methods, etc. are now the next steps, taking us towards a mind-over-matter understanding which experiences that consciousness is the prime mover of everything, and therefore truly responsible for our spiritual as well our psychophysiological destiny. This implies nothing less than the recognition in our thinking that we are more than mere physical bodies. It may also imply that we have to reintroduce the aspect of our soul into both medicine and science. And it also implies the existence of an indestructible energy field in and around us, which is expression of our thoughts, emotions, memories, etc. And more than this, that we are responsible for these fields, which can either heal or pollute, either uplift or degrade, either contribute to the happiness or the suffering of ourselves and of our environment. Even science today understands that more than through verbal or body language, we communicate through vibrational or energy exchange, but also that we have to protect this energy, and if it is disturbed, we must ease and enhance it through the right approaches from inside, before it somatizes itself and becomes physical disease. This is nothing less than a quantum leap for the Western mind, but it actually means that we are just scratching up with truths recognized since eons by Eastern philosophy as well as ancient medical sciences. The Indian Ayurveda or the Chinese medicine have since time immemorial encompassed the cosmic totality of the patient in their healing approaches, and have ever emphasized the priority of the subtle energies of consciousness over the gross material body, the latter being nothing but a form of contraction or condensation of the finer, unmanifest levels of life. Disease, according to Chinese medicine, means disturbing the intrinsic harmony under the heavens, and implies therefore a collective responsibility for using various, also psycho-spiritual, healing approaches in order to bring the patient's system back to balance. Ayurveda uses the word kosha for the several energy bodies that make up individual life. And to understand it well, life from the gross material, food body, which Ayurveda calls Annamaya kosha, through the subtle energy bodies, Pranamaya kosha, etc., to the final body of bliss, Anandamaya kosha. The disruption of bliss through violation of natural law is, according to Ayurveda, the first step away from health. Charaka, the famous Ayurvedic physician who lived a few thousand years ago, holds that Pragyaparat, the error of the intellect, or error of understanding, of our willing and of our remembering are the primary causes of disease. Only a step from here, and we have to admit that we are truly our own preservers as much as we are our own destroyers of happiness and health. Well-being or disease become a function of our own emotional and cognitive intelligence. As we metabolize our emotions and desires, as we increase the scope of our understanding of the numerous life processes, of our relations, of our evolutionary path or dharma, as we remember and forget or forgive, so shall we enjoy long life, which in Sanskrit is called ayus. And happiness is the result of this. Happiness in the direction of bliss, you sons of immortality, as Ayurveda addresses the humankind. What a program! As students, I remember we used to discuss whether cultures or mentalities could be understood as happier than others in an objective way. We came to the conclusion that happiness was merely a subjective term, and that in the final end, nobody was happier than the other. I have changed my thinking since then, and I must say that medicinal plants and essential oils have played a major role in helping me to understand and experience more of the secret realm of bliss in the human soul. Energy is joy, William Blake, the famous English poet, says. This is a profound truth, especially if we look into the hidden energies of our mind and body, as we can experience them in deep meditation, for example, and in union with nature, or in a loving aroma massage with the grace of our helpers and companions since eternities, the medicinal plants. Chinese medicine states that if people would massage each other more, there would be less wars. Montague or Lietloff have written about those who, in their lack of the loving touch in early childhood, become the typical representatives of the neurotic, schizoid personalities of our time, exhibiting in their fearful, aggressive substructures a thirst of touch experiences that has never been quenched. What amazing miracles we can create today in adding essential oils to our loving touch massage, offered to the dear ones around us or to ourselves. It seems that we are at the verge of a collective shift in terms of an understanding of our needs for the pure healing touch and smell. The rediscovery of our sense of smell and the accompanying changes, therefore, in our appreciation of natural versus unnatural sense through aromatherapy go hand in hand with the rediscovery of our sense of touch. In an enlarged way, we can say that something has to smell in order to touch us. Even the male spermatozoids direct themselves to the sense of smell through the uterus before getting in touch with the female ovum, as explains Professor Hutt from the University of Bochum in Germany. We know today the sense of smell and the olfactory bulb in mammals has contributed largely to the development of sensitivity and emotions in mammals. Sentiments and affection are to quite some degree based on a positive reception of those millions of substances which our receptor cells in the nose, hopefully, identify as pleasant. But in an aroma massage, the frontal and posterior doors of the central nervous system are opened simultaneously through smell and touch, activating an incredible symphony of neuronal connections in the brain stem, the spinal cord, giving rise to a powerful release of happy neurotransmitters. Any anger, any fear, any relational problem can thus be stroked away with the powerful messenger substances distilled from the core of nature. When nature started the theme of essential oils in the conifer trees, a good 200 million years ago, the human species was not yet present on this planet. Aromatic substances were used by the plants to defend themselves against the increasing numbers of germs and certainly also for territorial allelopathic identification. But in a spiritual sense, we can take the first terpene molecules of the conifer family as a promise for future celebrations between plants and man. From here, the cosmic force of aromatic light began its quantum dance to the endless chains of ever new and more complex vegetal existences, ever more complex molecules of aromatic substances, until a full palette of colors was reached and the full spectrum of vegetal and human lives could touch and nourish each other. Plant consciousness is ancient. Looking at plants means to look back at hundreds of millions of years into primordial universal intelligence. It fills us with awe if we remember how much time nature has invested to present a lavender, a rosemary, a thyme, or a jasmine to us. It is time-tested medicine, wisdom of the earth combined with the wisdom of the cosmos. Plants have experimented with the elements and with physical manifestations long before we did here. Rig Veda, the oldest text of mankind, speaks about the plants as having been sent from heaven unto material existence for the divine purpose of life and assistance to the higher species like animal and man. They prepared the way. Their adaptive intelligence and patience won over time. Plant wisdom has made it possible and nourished human and animal life since eternities, and it has provided food, shelter, clothes, medicine, and much more than that ever since. In their passive, loving care, plants exhibit a grace and beauty which we as human beings often lack. They are truly messengers from beyond, linked to the angelic or devic energies of the universe, and we owe them gratitude, love, exchange, and, nowadays, also ecological ethics. Between the powerful phenolic red or incarnated frequencies of an oregano oil and the subtle disincarnating ketonic blue fragrances of a sage oil vibrate numerous mysteries of the evolutionary plan of life. The aromatic rainbow colors of the medicinal plants and their essential oils make the invisible visible, exhibit energy patterns, tastes, and fragrances that are directly linked to manifold curative effects, powers which we still have to penetrate and understand more fully. Their link with the rainbow colors of the human subtle energies seems obvious, and yet we are merely scratching the surface of a deeper knowledge which only authentic experience through resonance and intuitive union or intuitive seeing will unveil. The rishis or seers of old from the Vedic civilization called the plants Oshadi, which means carrier or receptor of light energy, of ojas, or vessel of transformation of light.
Ya jata oshadhayo devebhyaspriyugam pura mandami babhrona mahagam shatandhamani saptacha.
Not only that plants use the batteries of sunlight, with his full spectrum including the important infrared and ultraviolet rays, and what is beyond for photosynthesis, but they also transform the lunar and stellar light and the all-pervading invisible cosmic light divine intelligence, the Agni Vaishvanara of Rig Veda, into auric or biophotonic energies, which we as human beings only slowly come to understand in our days. Plants have the advantage to feed in a most harmonious way upon the cosmic vibrations and to radiate them into the world. Their essential oils are concentrated energy carriers and messengers of the great universal power plant which nourishes all life from an unseen reservoir of light, forever full of any energy for eternities. Human love, which is the best expression of this light on earth, finds itself deeply enhanced in subtle energy massage and thus links itself back to the inner light of universal love, bridging the gulf between matter and energy, form and formless, above and below, helping us to join the banks of separation for moments of unity and bliss.
Sarah patatrini isthanayadamayati nishkrita Anyavo anyamavatvam nyamyasya upavata Ta sarva oshadhayastam vidana idam me pravata vachaha